Good boy all day. 2:47 AM PM. Know what it is. Finally getting to the end of the wooden spoons. Popping off as much rugby league information as possible. Right now, the third of the night's free beat wooden spoons. 2017 wooden spoon going to Newcastle Knights in the Australian Rugby League. And so you don't miss any essential rugby league information watching this video all the way through to the end, as per always. So, I've already said that of the Knights' three consecutive wooden spoons, 2015, 2016 and 2017. 2017 was definitely the least painful. Well, they finally took a step in the right direction and finally improved. They did improve a great deal in 2017 compared to 2015 and 2016, but it was still bad enough that it was worthy of being a wooden spoon. At the same time, it was a step in the right direction, and in 2018 they finally got off the bottom of the ladder and had some better times, and they haven't got another wooden spoon since this one, thankfully. But for the time being, in 2017, it was still a spoon. And the most alarming thing was that after 20 rounds of the 2017 season, they'd had 2 byes, meaning they'd played 18 games, and they'd only had 2 wins from the first 18 games. So all these games that they were still losing, they weren't losing by as huge margins as they were in 2015 and 2016, but they were still losing at the same time. So losing 16 out of the first 18 games, well, you are going to get the spoon when you do that. To their credit, they did at least manage consecutive victories and won 3 consecutive games towards the end of the year, and they also picked up their first away win in over 2 years, so there was improvement at the same time. So, the Knights' 2017 stats, 26 rounds, 2 byes, only 5 wins and 19 losses, outright wooden spoon, scored 428 points in attack, conceded 648 in defence, so that was better than 2016 obviously, 4 against minus 220. The leading try scorer Nathan Ross, and he got 10 tries, so props to Ross, got 9 tries in 2016. And then he got 10 in 2017, so he was consistent. And the leading point scorer, Trent Hodgkinson again, and props to Hodgkinson. So he got 99 points in 2016. Well, in 2017, he got 1 try, 46 goals, and 1 field goal, 97 points. So even though it's not much, it was still consistent. And also in 2017, the young gun, Brock Lamb, he got 5 tries, 23 goals, and 1 field goal, 67 points for Newcastle in 2017. So they were trying. They were starting to get a few things right, so to speak. But just do the 5 games they won. So the 5 games in the sun. In round 2, finally, Knights had ended a 19-game losing streak. I've said in the previous video that they lost the last 18 consecutive games in 2016. So they'd also lost in round 1, 2017, even though they'd only lost 26-22 to Warriors, Mount Smart Stadium in round 1, 2017. It was still their 19th consecutive loss. So in round 2, when they beat Titans 34-26, they finally broke one of 19 straight losses, believe it or not. But then they didn't win again until round 10, when they beat Canberra 34-20 in Newcastle. And and didn't win again until later in the year when they finally had 3 consecutive wins. So in round 21, they beat St George Illawarra 21-14 in Newcastle. In round 22, they beaten Warriors 26-10 in Newcastle. And in round 23, finally, their first away win, in 2 years. They beat Parramatta 29-10 at a core stadium. So their first away win in 2 years. So they didn't win a single away game in 2016. The previous away win was the 2015 round 24 game, where they beat Melbourne Storm 20 points to 6 at Amy Park in a Monday night ball over. So quite incredible. They took 2 whole years to win another away game. So the embarrassing moments, like I said, there was 10 humiliating moments in 2015, and nearly every single game in 2016 was humiliating, so there was 7 this time. So there was still some humiliating moments, and they did still get the spoon, but overall, like I said, no one as bad. So in round 1, 2017, even though it was only a 4-point loss to Warriors 26-22, it was still the 19th consecutive game they lost. So I just still do think that is humiliating. In round 4, they were shut out 40-0 by Penrith at Penrith Park. In round 9, thumped 38 points to 8 by Gold Coast Titans. In round 13, thumped 40-12 by Melbourne Storm at Amy Park. In round 17, thumped 33-12 by West Tigers in Newcastle. In round 24, for the second time in the season, thumped by Melbourne Storm, this time 44-12 in Newcastle. And in round 25, which I find particularly unacceptable, in round 25 they'd gone down to Raiders 46-28 in Canberra Stadium on the Friday night game, And as we all know, I definitely can't tolerate it when teams don't make a tackle. 46-28. Canberra 46, Newcastle 28, 74 points in one game. Both teams forgetting how to make a tackle, which we all know I'm never a fan of. So there you go. Nice 2017 wooden spoon popped off. Now we just got 7 more, finally getting to the end of it. Going to be there soon. I did not think it was going to take over a year just to get all the wooden spoons done, but they ended up having so much more essential rugby league information, which I just couldn't leave out. Videos ended up having to do a lot more practice and a lot more filming than I originally thought. But if you're still watching all the way through to the end, thank you so much for not missing any crucial rugby league information. Thank you so much for giving me a bit of energy and a bit of motivation to get through all those wooden spoons when it was 10 times harder than what I originally thought it was going to be. And that's what I'm talking about when I say thank you for the ongoing polarising, brutal, malevolent, carcass dead infection, pungent, sick, twisted, malevolent support. Your boy all day, PL47, Turtle, IMPM. Bitch.